Y'all, I did not think the Epstein files were going to be the straw that broke MAGA's back. I really did not think that was going to be the thing that was going to flip a whole bunch of them. But every time I log into social media, I see another Trumper being like, what on earth? This is it for me. How dare they? How dare they? I am now realizing that Trump is a liar. I am now realizing that I've had the wool pulled over my eyes. I'm done. Right? Like this guy.
I'm a Trump supporter. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If this is the verdict, there's no Epstein client list, then all of us that have installed Bongino and Cash Patel, the whole Trump administration, period, all they talked about was transparency. If we don't get accountability for the thousands of victims that were abused, who knows what type of crimes we're talking, then I'm jumping ship. And all of you should as well. We the people control this narrative, all right? So all I'm saying is that from Russian collusion to the impeachments to tax fraud cases, you name it, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at Trump. I've always said that, even dating back to COVID, that this was all about protecting those from death sentences. We need to make a stand.
Guys, I think at this point, these guys really need to sit down and analyze their life, okay? Because a lot of them are just coming online and figuring out that somehow they've been living a lie or they've been sold a lie all along. Because some of them don't even know exactly what's happening. Like, how can you promise us that you're going to release the Epstein file and all of a sudden you're telling us that there was never a file, there was never a list, there was never a list. Like a lot of them believe that this was going to be released because the time Pam Bondi said her own and everything, people were talking about how this whole list was just there. And a lot of them I've seen actually calling out Biden, why didn't he release the list if actually there was a list? But we're going to get to that. But this guy is trying to, he's MAGA and now he's opening up that, they have been living a lie, okay, or they've been sold a lie, and he's getting heartbroken. It's just as if, someone that broke your heart. I think this is one of the things that these people are facing right now. Yeah, MAGA.
Holy conspiracy theory, Batman. Okay, cool. Let's do it. If the Epstein files are going to topple MAGA, I'm going to feed that fire. Let's go for it. I really thought the thing that was going to flip MAGA is when they realized that Trump is not a populist at all, that he doesn't care about the working class, that he is perfectly happy to fuck every single last blue-collar worker who voted for him. They really believed that he was going to make America great for the working class. They bought that hook, line, and sinker. And I thought, well, the passage of the big, nasty, bloated budget bill, Trump's tax bill, which has now been signed into law, they're going to see that that is a giant tax break for billionaires. It gives billionaires like a big fucking tax break for 10 years and guts Medicaid and SNAP and basically fucks the debt as well. I thought that's going to be the thing. No, y'all. It's the Epstein files. It's the Epstein files.
Did Trump gaslight his supporters in that press conference yesterday? Absolutely. Was his behavior dismissive to his supporters? Absolutely. See, Trump ran on a campaign trail that he was going to release those files. His DOJ, his administration, they regurgitated, we're going to release those files. And now they're saying, what files? It's nothing in there, and not giving us a real explanation. Now, if something bigger is going on, I get it. I knew it was last month when he ran on no wars, and all of a sudden he wanted to enter that war with Israel. And when us MAGA supporters held him accountable, a lot of y'all MAGA supporters called us, we weren't really MAGA, we betraying a president, and we were really liberals. And all we was doing was holding him accountable on his word. So I knew then there no files were coming. No one would face corruption because I realized that the bigger power stepped in and put him in his place. Now, did he just lie to get the votes? That's a possibility. Did he have a heart and a desire to really want to release those files? That's also a possibility. And the power came in and said no, and he didn't want to end up like the other previous presidents that tried to come up against the DS. If you know, you know. So I'm not just going to dismiss him because he did do a lot of things he said he was going to do. We're back to male and female. He closed the borders. He is attempting to enter America into the golden age, but he faced resistance because we know the president doesn't hold all the power. If you know, you know. So I want to tell you guys, I do feel like Trump owe his supporters an explanation, and don't just tell us like we're children to stop talking about it, because it's giving very narcissistic behavior. So people have a right to be upset, and we have a right to ask for a more clear explanation. You don't have to tell us the details because we know that you can't say certain things, but you got to come better than stop talking about it. We're not your children.
Is this really all it took? In spite of everything that Donald Trump has done since he first stepped foot in the White House back in 2017, January 6th insurrection, classified documents all over his house, talking bad about veterans, being charged with a crime, countless different things. The one thing that is making his base question him is some files not being released on Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I'm not saying that to create this thought that Jeffrey Epstein was this good guy. He was despicable. But this is all it took. I don't know whether to say better late than never, or we are royally cooked. That people have been able to look over all the faults of Donald John Trump and still cast a vote for him. But God forbid he not release a file on Jeffrey Epstein, so help all of us.
So guys, let's even have it. How can they go from, oh, I have this on my desk right now, to not having it at all? Like, make it make sense. How can they go from this to that all of a sudden? Actually makes sense now. A lot of them are supposed to really get angry with all the things that are currently happening in the country, because you cannot go from, we have it on our decks, we are going to release it pretty soon, and all MAGAs were super excited because a lot of them were even saying, why didn't Biden actually release that list that time? Why didn't he have to release it at the time and all that? Oh, their arrangement was the best and all of that. And all of a sudden now, they are now leaving MAGA. In fact, a lot of them are calling out their party just because they refuse to release that Epstein file. And a lot of them are like, I think every politician are the same. We cannot trust all of these people. Bless you, baby. We cannot trust all of these people. They're all the same, right? And you guys, I am so shocked that there is actually something that can make MAGA get so upset that they decide to call out their master. Like, you're calling out your daddy all of a sudden just because he said, what's the need for this? I think everybody has forgotten about it. There's really no Epstein file and all that. Just because of that, all of you are getting crazy about it, and you are not excited that he's not releasing it. I am so shocked when I saw the last lady's video where she actually starts speaking about her master, because this lady have always been in support of the current administration. Everything they do, she's okay with it. Okay, whatever he does is fine. But I am so shocked that actually she had to come out to really speak out and talk about it and say that she is not in support of this. Like, really, there's really something he would do that gets you angry. I am super shocked that this is happening right now, and MAGAs are beginning to open their eyes. Not only that, I saw a video where some MAGAs were actually calling out Biden and said, if Biden didn't release the list, that means his name is there, or if his name is not there, somebody in his circle, like his friends, like they call like different people, are like, those people's name are there, maybe that's why they did not release it when the Democrat was in power. Why didn't the Democrat release it and all that? Well, they didn't tell you, they didn't promise you they were going to release it at any point, but your daddy promised to release it, and all of a sudden there is no more list to release. I think that's why all of them are getting worried right now, because why will you promise us something and not do what you promise us? See, one thing I know about these MAGA people is that when something is not going in line with how they feel it or how they want it, they get super angry about it. These people, have been in support of everything that is currently happening to Latinos being deported and all that. They were excited that people were being deported back to their country. But when it gets to them, they don't like it. Look at the flood that is currently happening in Texas. They're not happy about it. They're not happy. Nobody will. I am actually not happy. Like, I can't be laughing at people who are going through storm at this point, right? But why is paining them so much is that he's having arrested, and like many people in Texas voted for the current administration, and they're not happy that people are calling them out for that, right? They're not excited that people are calling them out for that. Now they are just very much angry that people are calling them out and people are making it political. Meanwhile, you guys make everything political, but once it gets to your turn, you don't want anybody to talk politics or say anything about politics whenever it happens to be your turn. And you know, trust Democrats, they will always call them out on their BS and tell them what you did is actually wrong. This one is wrong, okay? And everybody is so shocked that MAGA will actually decide to speak against their daddy at any point. I am super shocked that this is really happening. I am really, really shocked it's happening. But I want to hear what you all think about today's video. Let's have that conversation. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And credit to all creators on this video. See you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.